welcome to another TyFaircloth.com video tutorial. In this session we're going to be showing you how to install your first extension on the Joomla CMS. Extensions make up a large part of the Joomla CMS and they add functionality to your site. As this is our first extension, I'm going to be installing a very boring extension, an extension that allows you to make backups and save your website. It's a very important part of running any website is that you're protected and able to bring back a backup in case your site does suffer from any sort of disaster. Okay, so we're going to log into our staging site that we've been using throughout these tutorials, staging.tyfaircloth.com in my case. In your case it could be something completely different. But I'm going to log into the administrator. I'm going to click login and something should happen. Okay, and I'm going to go to extension manager. So it's extensions and extension manager. There's also a big button in the bottom left. So you can click, and what we need to do is get an extension and use the file upload here to grab that. Okay, so I'm going to introduce you to your first extension, and it's called Akiba Backup. So we can go to Google, Akiba Backup. Okay, and it's the first link right here, akibabackup.com. This is a free extension, readily available to download. They support both 1.5 and 1.7 of Joomla. Here we go, and there's various other software they offer, and they offer subscriptions and professional support as well. So really worth having a look around the site once you've got your site up and running. There's also documentation on how to thoroughly use Akiba Backup and their other software. There's also support here in the forum, and there's some paid support as well if you're having problems. So we're going to go to the download section here. We're going to go to official releases, and we're going to scroll down to Akiba Backup, which is this one here. Click on it, and we want the latest stable release, which is this one here, 3.3.11. Click view files. So basically navigate our way to the download. Once we've got this downloaded, you can see it's the backup core file here. A quick note now, Joomla files are typically, but not always, named with a certain naming convention, which is the type of extension it is, then the name and its version. Okay, so this is a com as in component. There are MODs and mods as in modules, and there's PLGs as in plugins. And it's usually quite a good way to organise and figure out what you're actually uploading. Again, err in caution when you're installing plugins. Make sure you've got the right one for the right version. So just quick check actually before we download this. We're going to hit cancel. I do believe that the Akiba Backup runs on both 1.5 and 1.7, and it's the same file. Often you'll find that different versions need different zip files or different archive files. So this Akiba Backup works with basically Joomla up to 2.5, which is the new beta release at that point in time. Okay, so we'll download that, and once you download it, just save it. In this case, I'm going to save it to my desktop. Okay, so that's downloaded. I'm going to go back to my extension manager, hit the browse button, so it should download to my downloads folder. Wait for this to load. Okay, so my downloads folder is populated, and at the top is my Akiba file. I'm going to double click on that and hit my upload and install, and hopefully we'll have a nice pleasant installation where it uploads the file and installs it. Very good. So there we go. Our first extension is installed, and all extensions are installed in this same way. You effectively download the extension from the website, then use the extension manager to find a file, upload it and install it. Then you get a success message and some introduction to the extension you've installed and what it's actually installed. So in this case it's installed a component and installed a administration module as well. So if we go to components now, we have our first new component. The keyboard is a component, and if we click on it now, we have the new extension, and we'll be looking at a keyboard backup installation and setup in greater detail in the next session. As always, if you have any questions about installing add-ons, then just leave a comment on the page and we'll look at those on a case-by-case basis. Thanks a lot. Cheers for watching.